Welcome back to round 2 at Wildcat Springs in the 2022 two-person best shot presented by Huck and Hope Disc Golf. This is the feature card with Derrik and Colin versus Anthony Furniss and Tristan Hines. We've seen hole 1 before, we know it's the signature hole of this course. And it is to note, I don't recall what Tristan and Anthony shot the first round. I believe they were down by 1 or 2 strokes. So I just scored this round as they played. And continuing on hole 1, this is the original tee pad placement. Gives a little bit of a different angle going over these trees, but the same OB is in play. Skied the forehand. It should be safe on the other side. It just won't be very far up the hill. But pretty much, as long as you're out in the open, you'll have a shot at getting onto the green. If you get off into the woods on the right or stay short, where there's a creek back behind that first set of trees, it's going to be impossible to get a birdie, let alone trying to save par. Derrik's trying to work out what angle he wants to use with that wind. Not sure if that made it back in bounds. We'll see when we get down there. Here's Anthony. He's going to use a forehand as well. But that's going to be close too. Tristan's asking if it stayed in bounds or not. He's going with the power shot over the top.
That wind is big up. Safe.
It's very difficult to see from back here if you're in bounds. Looks like he was. This is in the back right corner. But they are safe. That's going to be close to making it on that island. That wind appears to be a severe headwind where they're at. So you're throwing uphill into a headwind over OB most of the way to carry it. That looked like it carried a pretty good line, might have came up short of making the island. Oh, and it looks like Derrik and Colin's drive went out, both of them went out of bounds, so they're taking this one that's further up. So they'll be throwing 3 from here. And that basket's on the island that's right in between the entrance and exit of the campgrounds. So you do have to watch out for people driving in and out. That looks pretty good.
Looks like it's on the island.
I think, yeah.
Might have gone long. Yeah, and Anthony's up first. They did come up short of the island, but they are safe here.
Do it. Go.
That looks to be in pretty good shape to make a par. Gives Tristan a chance to run it. Going around the tree. Doesn't come back all the way, but he's laying there. They got an easy par. No putt is easy with this wind here. Here's Colin with their chance to save par. Yep, there's another vehicle. He's stepping off to reset. It's good to have a routine just so you get reset and do the same thing every time. Focus, find your chain, and hit it. And that one came up short. And Tristan's giving him that putt, so they're in for a bogey. I believe that's the first one of the day for them. And Tristan and Anthony are in with a par. So after one, Tristan and Anthony are up by one on this round. Over to hole 2. This is a fun hole to play. It's fairly easy to get to for the birdie. If you want to ace run it, it does drop off behind it and to the right, so if you miss, you're going to be quite a ways away coming back at it. So most people just opt for what is quote unquote an easy birdie. And that looks like a pretty good line if it comes back. Yeah, he should be good. Paper scorecards. I haven't seen those for a while, Colin. Anthony's is drifting off to the right a little bit, but it still would be in good shape. Derrik looks pretty good.
Good shot.
Colin the only one opting for the forehand. It does slope to that right side, so it is tougher to get it to land. That got a kick off the tree short, so they're taking Derrik's drive. That's an easy bird. Got him back to even par. And Tristan's in. So Anthony and Tristan are at 1 under now. Hole 3 is fairly similar to hole 2, except it is uphill. And there's a sharp drop off about 25 feet behind the basket.
Insane glide. I guess it'll just go forever.
It's beautiful.
And it'll finish just dead flat or just barely right. Like it's not flipping. It's just perfect.
Pulled the perfect line.
Yeah. This is stable.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna throw it as hard as I can flat. Oh yeah. Passed it. Nice shot.
Looks like a mid-range for Anthony. Should be pretty good. Most players opt for the putter or the mid on this hole.
Oh yeah. Skip it.
That looks really good.
Nice shot. Thanks. Yeah, the zone was definitely play.
There's a good shot. All four of these players usually play in the MPO field, so they're all pretty good throwers. It's a pretty stock shot for them.
Such a good disc. Nice shot. Made me so much better, dude.
Yeah, a couple tap-ins here.
I was gonna pick it up, man. I don't think you guys are gonna miss that too cheap.
Easy birds. Again, Anthony and Tristan are still up by 1. Hole 4, I really like this hole. You gotta make sure you stay about into here for where you're hitting. So you give yourself an upshot to get the easy birdie on this par 4. Got the beautiful channel from the Mississippi River behind it. That's gonna hyzer out a little early on him. Wants it to sit, but that looks like it's gonna be into the left. Hopefully Anthony can correct that. That one's going to the right a little bit, but it is safe over there.
It was close to being really good. Yeah, that's still a really good spot.
That's a good spot. I just got that little extra push over it. Need to come back.
Derrik's getting that James Conrad run up. That looks to be on a good line.
Oh, good hit.
Thank
Good
God.
tree. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, earlier last round we went 2 left also.
Yeah.
Like, there's no wind back here.
None.
Looks like it's coming out a little high.
Stop
It is
right there.
hyzering early.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have a couple options down there.
You have an angle.
Little baby arm.
Yeah, the left side isn't too bad as long as you don't get too far to the left. You just got to throw a hyzer up through the middle there. And that looks to be pretty close to the basket. That's a good shot.
We're still inside the tree line, so I think we're okay.
Actually, that bush that looks like it's to the left and in front of Colin is actually a fallen tree that is removed now. And that one is right by the basket as well. This is ideal landing spot for Tristan.
Seriously.
Gives you the forehand option or the backhand.
Nice shot. Oh, whoa.
As long as it didn't go too deep, that looks pretty dang good. Anthony's going forehand.
That's good.
And that looks pretty good as well. It's rolling. Yeah, a couple tap-ins.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh, Tristan did go long. He almost went in the water. But Anthony's inside the circle. Brings it home. They both got a birdie there. Nice hole, guys. Derrik and Colin go to 2 down, and Anthony and Tristan are at 3 down. On to hole 5. These guardian trees do their job well. There's some low-hanging branches there. So if you are out to the right or the left, you have to kind of straddle under them. While we're waiting for Anthony, please do me a favor and like and subscribe to my channel. I'll have a lot of other videos out this year. It's not too bad of a drive. Not a likely birdie, but it did get out there pretty far. Let's see what Tiny Kronk can do. If that comes back, they might have a good putt there.
You should have threw the destroyer, bro.
If you're not deep, if you're not deep, you're definitely just way right. So. I didn't want to throw the destroyer because I had to pull it over more. I think it's deep. What'd you throw? Mute.
Let's see who tees off first. Looks like it's going to be Derrik. With that wind, he's going with the backhand. It's hard to see with those tall weeds.
Yeah.
Exactly where it started to come down.
Butterscotch?
Dude, I mean, yeah, just crush the flick and we'll make a putt.
I think Colin's going to smoke a forehand here. Got that Wolverine dyed disc.
Now we got a headwind.
That's on a really good line.
Put some stank on her.
I think he likes it.
Better look than we had last.
We got the one big tree right in line. Cash money. Nice putt, Derrik. He's made several of those big putts. It looks like Tristan went really deep, but it's a wide open putt coming back. Their only defense is that gusting wind right now, but they're way out in the edge of circle 2. Oh, right off the front of the basket. Nice run. That was a good shot, but that ties things up. Derrik and Colin got the birdie to go 3 under. They're tied with Anthony and Tristan. Hole 6. This is another beautiful hole. Going up to the top of the berm here. Got the guardian tree above it. Getting a nice shot of the Mississippi River channel behind us. That is a bomb. Looks like it got up top.
That's what I'm saying. 377, there's no way.
That was from back of pad. 367.
Playing like 350.
Yeah, he got there pretty
But
easily.
it's still hard, right into the mound.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to slam them.
That's Heiser out early.
I think Stable's crap.
I think Derrick's up there pretty good anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did last time. Except last time it was a little fluff. Hopefully might hit a tree or something.
Oh, he caught that tree branch. Pretty much the only obstacle you have to miss. Throwing that backhand. Furniss is going the backhand line. Keeps it low enough. He's got up there. We'll see how close they are. Yeah, they got to the berm, just on the wide right side, putting uphill. Got a tailwind. That was a pretty good run. Tristan for bird. Ooh, doinked it. Those are tough. And they're just a little low. Nice birdie, guys.
I was already starting to laugh.
Yeah, Derrik got up there pretty good.
Should have waited till I was done.
So they got birdies on the last 2 holes, which gives them a 1-stroke lead on this round over Anthony and Tristan. On to hole 7. Just over 300 feet. I think most players will throw the backhand line. It's just an easy, normal stock shot with a hyzer at the end. You do have a drop off on the left side if you do get a bad skip. But I would still take a putt over there.
Oh, what a shot.
That looks to be pretty good.
It's in the circle.
Circle 1.
That's a good shot. Yep.
This is a beautiful park, so lush and green. If you ever get down here and you want to try to find some geodes in that channel, you can find them all over the place. And that's a really good looking shot.
Go in it. Ooh,
It had a chance of going in.
hit a branch. Dude. This is the right disc though. Sure. What'd you throw? That DDP. Less stable than this. Thing's got glide though. Dude, it
Here's Furniss.
Did you see my shot? I think
Looks like he released that a little early. It's going to get in the tree line there.
yeah, I didn't want to flirt with it as much as I did the last time, so I threw a straighter disc.
We pulled that one to the right a little bit.
We'll make it back.
That's going to be up there in the circle, but it'll be a challenging putt with the wind blowing. Looks to be pretty still right now. Off the front of the cage again. Yeah, this is kind of in a pocket in the back where the wind doesn't get to it quite as much. Anthony for birdie. Over the top, and that went down into the little creek or cliff creek there. Derrik with the easy birdie. They're on a heater, 3 in a row. That takes them to 5 under on the round, and Anthony and Tristan to 3 under. Hole 8 is right where that basket was. Thrown up to this little hilltop.
Yeah, Quincy ain't taking any pros for whatever reason. I don't think. Nope. Yeah, that's why I was like, I know.
Trying to correct from how far out he went on the first round.
I already had my plan before I saw it. Yeah, that probably would have been. Yeah, dude. I just haven't thought last time I went that before.
Here's Colin. Looks to be a pretty good line.
We don't have to throw one in. I just remember last time throwing this hole like 100 feet past, so I was like, all right, just chill
Here's
out.
Tristan trying to get back on the birdie train. That's hyzering around the corner perfectly. That should be pretty close. Furniss taking the direct line, and it dropped. Yep, just got a little bit too much turn on it. Got an obstructed putt from circle 2. Caught a little branch on the way up. See if Derrik can throw in another one. What a run. That's going to stop their birdie train. Tristan for bird. There it is. Back on track. So with that, Anthony and Tristan are only 1 back. Going into hole 9. This one's 311 feet uphill. and most likely into a headwind today. But for these pros, this should be a pretty easy shot.
Everest. Sequoia. Evergreen. Big red sequoia. Everclear.
Anthony's going forehand up the middle here. Nope, backhand. It'll be up top, but on the very far left side.
Big Annie turn.
Tristan getting a wind read. He's taking the anhyzer. Ooh, clipped a tree branch. Does not like that.
Slide.
That looks really good.
Butterscotch.
Colin liked what he saw. He's going to try it too. That's going to hyzer out a little.
That's so good. That thing stopped hyzering.
Just over the top of the hill. They'll probably be taking Derrik's there. Yeah, they can see the basket from here. There is a road right behind them that would have been OB, but they're not even close to that.
Go in.
That's close for a par. Tiny Kronk's going to try to throw it in here. Nothing doing. Here's where Derrik ended up. Nice little 8-foot birdie putt. We all like those. And they're tapping in for a par. So that pushes the lead back to 2. They're 6 under, and Anthony and Tristan are at 4 under. That's going to do it for the front 9 of round 2 of the Wildcat Springs 2-person best shot. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Let's see who's going to take this down. We got the final 9 holes coming up next. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time.